Hello YouTube. It's been a while for me using my webcam. For those that know me realizes that I just got myself a haircut. Yes, why did I cut my hair? Well, it came to thinking that yes, it is spring, so it kind of just told me if it's spring, then I don't need my hair anymore because it's warm, and that's why I had my hair anyways. It was like all the way to here, at least. It used to be like just about say here, so whatever, or kind of was able to cover my eyes a bit, but that got trimmed. But anyways, I want to making a video here talking about the solution for the Lucky Clover cast puzzle. So basically, this is supposedly a puzzle that was also created by Oscar Benhita for YouTube, and um, how he supposedly came up with this was four identical rings had a sort of different layer out, and they were able to come up with a sort of look, but not only just a look, but was to come up with a intriguing and intensing like design that probably was started out by sort of other kind that looked a bit a little illusioning, and somehow came out to looking a little something like this, but with a sort of expanding design to kind of fit them in, so it almost shows exactly how all of them came in, and kind of made the thought of that probably may seem like four rings. So first, how to solving this kind of puzzle, you must first understanding the details on it. uh, those are the ones that are going to help you solve this. And if you think that I'm just talking about anything, I'm actually talking about the ones in the back, because you notice that they have these sort of little, dents or so, like craters areas in it. These are the ones that are going to help you. Oh, by the way, I've been having this for at least more than a year, so that's why it looks like a little out of shape. So it doesn't matter. It still has beauty in it. Those that kind of think that it doesn't, well, you just don't want to admit the beauty that it still has. It's quite a treasure. So to start this off, I am going to take a brass and a steel, these two, ignoring the other one, like so. And I'm going to take these, and I want you to note this. Consider that these are going to have patterns involved. These two craters on these two rings have um, one directional path, since they're facing one way. These are the ones that are likely to going through each other, like so. So they are shifted each other, and I want you to do this if you are wanting to solve this, is to face these upwards. Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, so once they are faced upwards, they are more likely impossible to fitting, going back through each other, because once that happens, it makes it more complicating to solving it. So doing that the same thing to this, we're gonna move around these knots until we get to this here little spot, and we're gonna take these and shift these through. Now right here, you don't need to. It's optional if you want to, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm demonstrating. And I'm gonna locate these two steels, and I'm gonna get them so they are able to connecting to each other. So here's the thing: these two are now facing the ooh. Right here is something I kind of was talking about. These ones are almost going right through each other. So right here, I'm gonna just get these ones so they're kind of away from each other, so they don't suddenly just go right through and mess me up. So since these two are alike and are facing in the opposite direction, that's okay. This is actually how it's gonna be done anyways, so it doesn't like matter whatever you do. And you're gonna shift these through, and like so. And to move these up, go to these ones, get this out of its little uh, whatever. Anyways, and I'm gonna take them since they're facing the opposite way. Doesn't matter. It's gonna work, and I'm gonna shift them through each other. The details are the ones that I'm going by that will help me solve this. Face these up because I wanna, and I'm gonna locate a steel, and I'm gonna be able to shift these through each other. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Now, right here is something you are gonna need to note this for. See this detail on the steel? What's happening right here? Well, because the detail on the steel is on this side, the brass is on the other side of this. That is not going to work. So if you shift those two together and you did that to the other one, you are going to you're going to actually make a complete mistake, and is going to completely ruin the whole problem solving of actually taking them apart. So if I were you, I'd find the other steel one, and I would get them so they're like so. And once you have it like this, then you'd be able to shift those through like so, and flip them up so they cannot pass through each other, because once that happens, they well, then you're gonna actually mess up. I'm gonna do that. Find the other two so they're like so. The details right there. Shift them through and face them up. Now, my favorite one. This is the one thing that I think of problem solving the most intriguing of all. I am now gonna get this a little bit out of the way so I can get to right here where I need to be. See, there's a tooth right here on the steel, and there's a flat, skinny like piece on this one on the cast ring, and this tooth is gonna have that little piece from the inside of it laying on top of that as it goes through. So by moving this around, I'm going to show you where exactly it's taking uh, its place at. So right here, if I could focus it, there. See the one that's kind of moving back and forth? Yeah, right there. I don't know how to really point it. So I am going to use actually, you know what? Heck with it. I just know that you could see it, possibly. And if you're blind, well, I'm sorry for you. There's a sort of piece right here, and it's right here. If you move these back and forth, you notice that it is able to move around. But if I pull this apart, they are then to be free from each other. And I'm going to take these two brass, and I'm going to do the same thing. Move these around so I don't get in any of their ways. So to get to right, almost there, little bugger. Okay, here we go. If you could see it, they're right there. And if you notice, if I move these back and forth, they're actually sliding against each other. And if I pull them, they're free. So now I am going to take these ones, and the tooth of the steel with the skinny piece of the flat surface of this brass. Same thing as how I was getting this two steels free and the two brass free. I'm going to take these ones and like so, perpendicular, pull them apart. And that's gonna go like so. One ring. Repeat the process for every other one. Two. And then presto. They're free. Now how does this really work exactly? Well, by taking two of these rings, I am gonna fit these through. And here's a little start. See, these two cast rings are identical, and they have such rules of when they shift through each other, they seem to have a sort of different sort of problem solving. Um, well, let's think of this as a kind of um, situation that you're gonna have to then be able to understand it, because now we realize that since they are not since they're not able to doing anything and will not be able to fit out, even if I fit this perpendicularly and try to fit that out, it's not gonna work. So if I move this around and get it to so it's like so, and be able to just move them through each other like so, I realized that if I put this in a way and it's perpendicular, and it's just gonna slide out. I can do that with three rings as well. So I'm gonna fit this one right here, fit this one right here, and fit this one right here. Now this one is kind of the funny, this is gonna be the fun one, because you can toy around with it and shift them as many times you wanna, and so like that, and make a lot of bunch of jumble stuff there. And just gonna go around whatever and do this and that and so. So now that if I think it's good enough, well, let's see. Am I able to at least getting these apart? Well, that is a good question. Can I get this to over here? Yes, I can. But there, I realize I can get this one off. Why is that? Since this one is able to be freed from this one, I can get this one free like so. But say if I kind of shift this one through this one, and I try that again. So I'm going to take this steel, and I'm going to put this through here, and I'm going to move this around, and I realize I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. Try that on this brass. I can't go anywhere. So I'm completely stuck, and there is no other way of getting anywhere. So I got to take this, put this back through the brass, shift one of these at least, and then I realize that if I twist these around, I can put this steel with this steel and get this one free. But what does that say about the brass? No luck. But oh, what's this? Since I was doing that shift, this steel can actually fit through the brass, and it's actually free from its cage. But what does that mean with this? Well, same thing of using two steels to shift things around. Take the brass and the steel, and you can shift them around. And then, if you do the process of what we've done before so many times, we are able to put these perpendicularly, and ta-da! They are actually coming apart. And you actually have, possibly, if you are able to solve them correctly, 4 rings that are now taken apart. See? The the solution on putting them back together is actually kind of simple. Is just going the reverse way of how to take them apart. See, the way you take them apart is the solution of putting them back together. The reverse way saying. So if you are able to, well, actually, you're going to have a good memory in order for you to know exactly what to do then. So it's going to take you a little bit of a while, but you should be able to do fine. Don't worry, hopefully. So you do it in the reverse way, and it will be the way you could put them back together. So until then, that's all for now. I hope this video helps you and understand exactly how every function and works. Um, uh, that is all for now. So have fun with your puzzle, and hope you get good at it. Bye bye.